Hi, Stephanie. It's Andrea. Okay, quarterly intentions. There's 2 pages to this. This is my quarterly intentions. It's a great way to use an example. You'll see it says primary area of focus at the top, and then it says area of focus. So for me, that's increasing monthly income right now. And then there's 3 strategic projects. So because you're starting into month 3 of a quarter, I just want you to focus on one strategic project. So if you look at and they don't all have to be real estate related. I have 2 different businesses, so I have one for each business. So if you look at my strategic project number 2, which is my 35 unit condo project, secure land and development costs, and then I have my top 3 actions, which are Coffee with Dave, develop exit strategy, and place deposit on land, and raise 3 million of 6 million required. So that's one of my strategic projects right now. And then I have additional areas of focus too. So the desired outcome of strategic project number 2 is to secure the land and development costs. Extraordinary would be to raise that 3 million of 6 million required. Thought I'd clarify that. I also have some additional areas of focus. So cutting out sugar, reviewing my portfolio for my dog properties, ones I might want to get rid of, and time with my kids, 1 hour a day. The second page of the quarterly, and you can see at the top, you have today's date, when your quarter ends, and when your next seminar date is. My breakthrough challenge, so it says, what is one thing you could do this quarter that is so scary it can make your stomach churn, your palms sweat, yet you know that doing it would advance you significantly towards your goal. So for mine, I had releasing 10 pounds of weight, so it's a personal one, and I know what I need to do. What specific measurable actions will you take in this area? Regular exercise, TR90, follow diet. So that's just an example. A real estate example maybe is, if you've never done a joint venture before, is to start talking to people about joint venture money. So in mastering the success factor, it says current success factor question. So I have increased productivity. I don't really have a question for myself, but I have a minimum intention. So I'm doing the productivity course. So I want to complete the course and implement 2 to 3 jam sessions per day. Basically, a jam session is a concentrated period of time where you're not distracted. So I had 8 weeks in my quarter, and it's asking how many production days, minimum and target, how many freedom days. So I chose to focus on the freedom days. I wanted a minimum of 7 days off, and my target was 10. Financial freedom, deposits planned this quarter, minimum 25,000. My target was 40. That's just specifically from real estate, from wholesaling deals, and that sort of thing. My dream achiever is, my dream is to go to Italy. My minimum this quarter is to research the costs, the flight, the accommodations, best time of year to go. My target would be to do a dream board surrounding Italy, and extraordinary would be save $500 towards my trip. For cleanups and completions, these are things that need to be done. So my corporate taxes, my personal taxes, and spring cleaning. So part of the reason why I went over the quarterly intentions first is you will notice on our weekly sheet, I'll just rearrange it here. We have a section here that says quarterly intentions. So these quarterly intentions should match or should be related rather to your strategic project. So here was my Coffee with Dave regarding the 35 unit condo. Okay, this is a few weeks ago, old example. So then I also have my top 3 priorities too, and they may or may not be related exactly to your quarterly intentions. That's why there's 2 separate areas here. So I had a contract I needed to get done. I needed to raise $25,000 short term, which I did, and I went to a health expo. So those were my top 3 priorities for the week, that week. My current skill or habit to master was to drink 1 liter upon waking. Now you can, if you choose to, go back to this productivity, mastering the success factor, you can make these two things related if it's a larger thing that you're working on and you wanted to break it down into weekly. So fill water bottle night before, place by bedside table. Book of the week, let's pretend this never happened. It says doing what's hard, eat the frog. What's one challenging decision, action, situation you're avoiding putting off? For me, it's cutting out sugar. So grocery shopping for healthy snacks and a food journal will help me move along. Cleanups and completions are things that I said I was going to do last week and I didn't get done. So I had some files I needed to update. So this sheet says, what am I going to do this week? Okay, this sheet here says, what did I do last week that I said I was going to do? So every week you've got two sheets here, one that says what you're going to do, one says what I did do last week. So the week before, I would have had a different success planner that said, okay, these were my goals, and then which of these did I actually accomplish? So that's what it's referring to the previous week. So you can see here, is your call scheduled? Is it completed? Your yearly word, I have, mine's lean in. You can have a weekly affirmation if you want. If you want to keep track of your performance indicators, not all of these will apply to you because some of them are like tenant buyer, meaning rent to own. Some of these are specifically if you're calling for sale by owners and that sort of thing. So we can go through that, you know, how many houses you visited, how many offers you made. There's some blank spots here, so feel free to make use of those. Celebrate yourself. What's one thing you were going to do to just for yourself? And for me that week, I was getting away for the weekend. Financial freedom. So at the top, what's your target yearly income? How much did you earn this week? How much cumulative to date? How many houses this year is your target? How many this week did you buy? And what's your cumulative? So this is just, again, a way to keep track of your year as you go along. So my progress and successes this week. So I went to my health expo, scanned 32 people, followed up. I had my coffee with Dave. I got 2 no's for my 25,000. Search continues. I communicated with my buyer for the 5302 contract, drinking more water, less coffee. So what I acknowledge myself for this week, cutting out sugar, it's in progress, but not cold turkey. And I had a busy but productive week. What I'm grateful for, my kids, my family, my health, and dancing. Lessons I learned, that waiting, delaying is not an option. I tend to be a procrastinator. So that's just an idea to how you fill in these sheets. It's not necessarily a to-do list, but it is overall things that you need to get done that will help you move your business forward. It's okay to have some of them as personal. It doesn't have to entirely be business. So I hope that helps explain these 4 sheets that you have in your hot little hands. And I hope you make good use of them.